Hello and welcome again to my garden. Today I'm going to be pruning, fertilizing and watering my tomatoes. So what you see here is the small greenhouse in which we grow our tomatoes. We had to get this greenhouse because April was really cold and May was just so rainy in Switzerland. So this little greenhouse is what has helped our tomatoes to get a good start into this season. And as you can see, they look pretty healthy. So today I'm just going to prune one last time before letting them grow to their maximum height. You see a lot of them have suckers like this one. Look at that, suckers all over the place. However, some of them are already carrying flowers and that means that we'll be seeing some fruit soon. I just want to mention real quick that these tomatoes are semi-determinate. They're supposed to grow until about 1.80 meters. That is about the height of the greenhouse itself. Let's start with this one right here in the corner. It's supposed to grow up to 160 centimeters. And that will be up to about the top of that stick. And I have been cutting the lower leaves of that tomato and filling it up, but it just keeps growing and growing, which is good. Today, what I'm going to be doing is removing these little suckers that are beginning to form here, and perhaps also cutting off. Look at that one is quite big, so I'll be cutting that off just to make sure that the tomato has just one main stem that is going to go upwards. And by doing so, this is going to give the tomato more energy to develop and produce more fruits. So let me show you how we do that. So as I said, we're going to be removing the little suckers here. This one I can just remove by hand. Anything below the bouquet of flower that has developed here, tomato flowers, we're just going to cut off any sucker that is below that. I'm going to cut that off, but it's important to leave the sun leaves. And you see right here we have a very big sucker. That one I'm going to be cutting it off as well. And now I'll be using something which is a bit sharper, just so to get a clean cut. See that? And that I'll be taking with me. And for this tomato, I think that that should do it. We don't need to do much here. So for that big container, I'll just go first and take out whatever I can by hand. For instance, down there it's hard to see, but we do have a sucker right here. I'm going to remove that. So there's a sucker gone, and we have another one below down there. I'm going to cut that one off. See that? That one is gone. I'll cut that leaf down because it's very close to the ground, and we don't want the tomato leaves to be touching the ground. We have another sucker here. I'll be removing that as well, right there. Like that one is gone. So I think I'll remove that leaf as well down there. There you go. Like now that is a much tidier tomato plant. This tomato right here, it has a bunch of flower already. It has a stem with flowers, and some of them are already beginning to form fruits. Now we don't want to interrupt the fruit production. However, the tomato is getting quite bushy, and we can see down here we have one sucker which is quite big already. So that sucker right there between the sun leaf and the main stem, we'll be taking that one out and cutting that off. Like, gone. You can even go a bit deeper and make sure it's clean. So that's much better. This one right here, as you can see, in the past I have already trimmed that one pretty much. So that one, there's not much to do on it. It doesn't have a lot of suckers. However, this one right here, that's a sucker. I could, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. There. Let's take a look at this one. Does it have any suckers down there? Well, for that one, I'm going to cut the lower leaves. I'm going to get rid of this leaf here. And that one right down there. There you go. I'm gonna grab those and out. Here we have multiple suckers on this one. As you can see, it has suckers everywhere. So I'll trim those. This I can take by hand. That one here is another sucker. Just cleaning all that up. Sucker here, clean it up. And at the back there we have one more. I'll take that out as well. Great. So that should, see, now we have a much healthier tomato plant right there. Now to our last plant right here. So this one right here, it doesn't have any very developed suckers. As you can see, it has small little suckers down there and here as well. It has one here, another one there, and it's looking good. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove those by hand. So we have one down there. I'm going to take that off. There you go. Another one here. I'm going to remove that as well. Gone. And here back there we have another one. Removing that too. And here. Okay. So now we've done all our tomatoes. We've removed all the suckers. So now once we've cleaned the tomato plants, that will be the perfect time to fertilize with a good tomato fertilizer. I'll just take a handful for this one and just put it there. And I'm going to be adding soil in that. And here, just around the plants. After fertilizing, I'm adding another layer of soil or compost. And I'm going to be doing that for every plant, just around the plant, making sure that I bury them a bit deeper. So once we've done that, once we've added the soil and the fertilizer, all it's left to do now is just to water the plants. And we make sure to water down and not on the leaves. So that was it. I think the tomatoes look pretty healthier now. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in our next video.